Arizona is home to 20 military installations. That's according to the Arizona Commerce Authority. Davis-Monthan Air Force Base is among the oldest and the largest in the country. Dedicated back in 1927, the base continues to serve as one of the military's top aviation operations. Today, more than 6,000 airmen serve at DM, supported by 1,700 civilian positions. DM50 is a nonprofit service organization that supports the base and the people assigned to it. Brian Falk, president of the DM50, with more now.
The DM50 was started back in '86. There was a BRAC coming, which is base realignment and closure. It's the C part that is the bad part. And DM was kind of on that list that they might get closed. They were in the midst of changing missions. So people like Jim Click, Buck O'Reilly, and Dorothy Finley, and Dorothy was really the matriarch of the organization for a couple of decades, said we have to keep the base open. It's such a big economic driver. So they started the DM50, there's 50 members, to businessmen and women to basically talk to Congress, talk to the Pentagon, tell them why the base should stay open, get support locally, and keep the base open. And they've obviously did a good job because the base is still here and it's bigger than it used to be. So
you said economic driver here in southern Arizona. Can you sort of paint that picture for us?
We're at your studios. U of A's =1, Raytheon's =2, DM's =3. So DM has about a 1.5 billion with a B impact to the local economy. When you tag that with the Air Guard at Tucson International Airport, they're another 280 million, and they kind of need each other because some of the planes at the Airport Authority need to come over to DM to do some arming and do some other work. So in essence, yeah, it's a huge economic driver in Tucson. Lots of jobs, lots of business. It's just amazing.
Tell me a bit about what DM50 really does. I mean, even now that DM is such a big part of our community, but how are you continuing to keep its mission relevant to this county?
Well, as I said, DM started as keep the base open. We need the jobs. We need the economic driver. Tucson has some economic issues. As you know, we get named as one of the worst 50 towns in America for, economics and stuff. If you lose the base, you're going to really, go down. So that's how it started. Now DM50 does 70% of our work is actually supporting the airmen. Support the young men and women that are out there volunteering their service to help protect our freedom and protect the country. We do a lot of stuff out there. We give away free car seats as people need it. We have a picnic. We have a car show for the airmen on base. We do a tailgate at the U of A. 2,500 airmen and their families go to a tailgate and attend a game at the U of A. A lot of them never seen Division I football. We do Thanksgiving dinner. We take some of the airmen to our houses for Thanksgiving. So the ones that have been away, some of these are 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids, never been away from home. First Thanksgiving away, we bring them to our houses and give them kind of a home away from home type thing. There's just, we have golf tournaments for the airmen where they get to golf at places they're never going to get to golf. We raise some money for emergencies, families that are in need. We do a lot of stuff specifically for the airmen to make sure that they're taken care of. And when they're at this base, because they'll have several bases they'll probably go through, that they look back fondly and say, wow, the Tucson community really supported us, and Tucson was a great town. So that's part of our overall mission. Plus, we still do 30% is advocacy. Talking to the Pentagon, talking to Congress, talking to the Senate, making sure the governor, making sure that city, state, everybody, that they understand what DM brings to the community and what it means.
Do you suppose that Washington has a good understanding of what takes place down here?
The Pentagon, you have to educate them. You would think not. They're in the Air Force. Sure. If they weren't an A-10 pilot or flew C-130s or did rescue, they might have never been stationed at DM. They have no idea how good they have it out here. Weather, you live here. Weather, you can fly 365 days a year, huge runway, great support in Tucson for the airmen, the Barry Goldwater and all the ranges, the airspace. I mean, it's an ideal flying place to be. And if they've never been to Tucson, when they're looking at bases to do stuff with, they have no idea. So you have to go back and educate. And every 2 years, those people change positions at the Pentagon. So you have to constantly make sure that the people that haven't been here and don't know what Tucson offers, you let them know what's available.
And how vital DM is to this area, but also to the military.
To the military. We plug the military. While every town in America plugs like, oh, this base is important to us, we plug to the military why this base is important to them. what we bring to the defense of the country and to the training of the young airmen and women that serve, because you just can't find a better flying area. And it's great, as I said, when those airmen leave. If we've been good to them here at the base, the community's been good to them. They thank them when they see them in the restaurants and things like that. Those airmen also check off that little box. Would you like to go back to DM? Yes.